So Trump really wants, it seems like he wants Canada for something, 51st state or whatnot. I know he is just trying to distract us. I know he's just flooding the zone with bullshit, typical Republican stuff. Anyway, here he is claiming that we don't actually need anything from Canada. Then why do you want Canada to be part of America if we don't need anything from Canada? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, he's dumb. Let's listen.
Canada for lumber because we have big forests that we have, not utilized. In some cases, they're protected, which I can take that protection off.
Yeah, we have national forests, baby. Maybe they're protected, but I can just unprotect them. Who needs national forest, America? We can just cut all that shit down, plant new shit. Let's cut the redwoods down. How long do they take to grow? 10, 20 years? I'm not going to look that up, but I assume that's correct. Forest schmorshed.
And you take down a tree and you grow a better tree. That's, pretty common.
So common.
But we don't need anything. We don't need their fuel. We don't need their energy.
We do need their fuel. We do need their energy. They provide fuel and energy to a large percentage of our northern states.
We don't need their oil and gas. We don't need anything that they have. And
then why do you want to become a 51st state?
I said to Trudeau,
now, this never fucking happened. You can just listen to these words and this never fucking happened. But just shamelessly, he'll say fucking anything.
Why are we subsidizing you $200 and $250 billion a year? He said, I really don't know.
That's what happened. He was like, Trudeau, why are we subsidizing you guys $200 billion a year? And Trudeau was like, you are totally subsidizing us $200 billion a year. I have no idea why you guys are doing that. That is so stupid of you, America. You're very smart and handsome, Donald Trump, for asking me that question and for challenging me on it. Isn't that what happened, folks? Don't we know? Don't we know that would happen? Yep.
And I said, well, I don't know either. I said, what would happen to Canada if we didn't? He said, Canada would be obliterated if that happened. I said, then Canada should be a 51st state.
That's what happened, folks. He said, Trudeau looked me in my eyes. He said, Mr. Trump, he had tears in his eyes. Mr. Trump, without America, Canada would be obliterated. Please, Mr. Trump. And then he got down his hands and knees and he licked Trump's feet right between the toes. That's what really happened, folks. Trump said it. You can believe it. Just good God. So stupid. And, gonna get rid of the IRS, I guess, and start the ERS. For far too long, Trump says, we have relied on taxing our great people using the Internal Revenue Service. Through soft and pathetically weak trade agreements, the American economy has delivered growth and prosperity to the world while taxing ourselves. It is time for that to change. I am today announcing that we will create the External Revenue Service to collect our tariffs, duties, and all revenues that come from foreign sources. Tariffs are paid for by the American people. The prices are passed along to the American people. Of China, it was going to sell you a shirt for $10, and then Trump puts a 100% tariff on it. It now costs China twice as much to sell it, so they're going to sell it to you for $20. They're going to pass whatever the tariff is right along to you. So what he's talking about here is getting rid of the IRS to make sure really that the rich people who already don't pay anything practically compared to what they make have to pay nothing. And the tax is passed on to us, those who are more reliant on foreign goods. All of us poor people who have to buy all our shit at Walmart, well, that shit's going to go way fucking up. We are the ones who are going to bail out the rich folks. A whole new tax agency to come after fucking us. So the rich can just do whatever the fuck they want to. I told you guys this a million times. Everything for them, nothing for us. And they must be out of their fucking mind. I guess they really believe the American people will never stand up to them. No matter how crazy it gets, there will never be a revolution, a revolt. I guess that's what they're thinking. And maybe they're right, folks. Maybe we've shown them our belly so many times that they know they can do any fucking thing to us. I guess we'll fucking find out, though. Literally shifting the tax burden for funding this country to the poor, not even the middle class, mostly the poor. That's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if that pays off. And then he went on his True Social to threaten NBC again, the airwaves. This is actually some scary shit here, folks, if you really think about it. So he's going after NBC because Seth Meyers told some jokes about him. That's like a staple of late night comedy, has always been. When I was a kid, Fucking Johnny Carson made jokes about Ronald Reagan, George Bush. It's always been that fucking way. Can't remember ever it not being that way. But now Trump is threatening them about making jokes about him. How bad is Seth Meyers on NBC? I mean, I do agree with you. Seth Meyers is not funny, is not talented, is boring, and sucks. I'm on board right there with you, Trump. A network run by a truly bad group of people. Remember, they also run MSDNC. I got stuck watching Marble Mouth Myers the other night, the first time in months. And every time I watch this moron, I feel an obligation to say how dumb and untalented he is. Merely a slot filler for the scum that runs Comcast. These guys should be paying a lot of money for the right to give these in-kind contributions to the radical left Democrat Party. These are not shows or entertainment. They are simply political hits 100% of the time, to me and the Republican Party. Comcast should pay a big price for this. So he's literally talking about putting fines, maybe taking away their FCC license to broadcast because they made jokes about him. He'll go out in public and say people like Mark Zuckerberg should be put in jail for life, for fact-checking over on Facebook. And meanwhile, these fucking cunks, speaking of Mark Zuckerberg, will then, after Trump threatens his life, will go on Joe Rogan and claim that some intern working for Biden was trying to censor them on Facebook. Never mentioning Donald Trump literally publicly threatening to put him in jail for life. But that's what we're playing with here, folks. The Broligarch has 100% taken over. Their narrative is the only one going to be allowed to be shared. Going to be some interesting times. And like I said, folks, they're all circling the wagons to kiss the orange nuts. Koch, who was very critical of Trump after the first insurrection, I guess they thought, hey, the American people are never going to vote Trump in again, so we don't have to kiss his ass anymore. Well, here they are. Tonight, President Trump received the first ever presidential commemorative inaugural Diet Coke bottle from the chairman and CEO of Coca-Cola Company, James Quincy. Yeah, they didn't do that for Biden, didn't do that for Obama. But there you go, Donald. Lick those orange nuts. And then I told you guys about this weird thing that they're obsessed with on the last show, the flag being flown at half-mast. You know, Jimmy Carter died, former president. So I guess it's tradition. Fly the flags at half-mast for a fucking month or whatever. I don't know. Folks, I don't give a shit. It's a flag. Fly it at half-mast, fly it at no mast, fly it at all mast. I don't give an ass. None of it. But they seem to really give a shit. First off, Trump raised the flags at Mar-a-Lago to send a message to all the other cult members in the Republican Party, and they all followed suit immediately. Alabama governors order flag raised for the glorious leader. Johnson at the Capitol building raised the flags right after Trump did. They all got the marching order. DeSantis in Florida raised the flags for the glorious leader. Alabama, they did the same exact thing all over the place.